Hey guys, hi and welcome to the trailer reaction live of the brand new Cyberpunk 2077 trailer, the introduction of Keanu Reeves' character in a more in-depth way. So last night was the last episode of Night City Wire, that live event that CD Projekt Red was recently, well, what they actually have as a show, so to speak, to showcase what is in the game and for us to get a better idea. And so this is the last event like this. Now I don't know about the trailer, but maybe it is the last trailer. So we are going to discuss the game. We're going to talk about some of the things that I'm personally excited about or not. It depends. And we all know that the game was delayed. I didn't comment on that, but in due time, guys. Everything after we see the trailer. So without further ado, and of course I want to say amazing and warm welcome. That's also very important, of course, to my dear Primark, Clayton, hi to you, and Nikita is here. Hi guys, and everybody else that are watching but are not in the chat. Hi guys. So let's see the trailer, and after that I'm gonna talk to you about everything that I know about the game and what basically I think about it so far. So yeah, let's see it. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna play it from the beginning. For some reason it was muted.
Where'd you even come from? How are we even talking? Gotta get out of here, understand? And I'll kill anyone who gets in my way.
You weren't dreaming, V. Those were memories. You two are connected in a way I can't make head or tail of.
Who? Me and who, Vic?
Silverhand. Johnny Silverhand. Real talk of the town back in my day.
He died, like, forever ago.
You say there's an actual terrorist in my head. Right now.
He burned down half the city just to prove he was right. And burned the other half just for fun.
What do you want from me? Destroy Arasaka. I don't even know what that means. Do whatever it takes to stop him, defeat him, gut him.
He already tried to take over your body. You know, just for a little while.
Hear me, asshole? A bullet to the fucking brain.
Yeah.
Get out! Just get the fuck out!
Oh my.
Tell me how to get rid of it.
You don't have much time left.
Oh, that's awesome to know.
You're a dick, you know? And you're a cunt. Maybe we'll fit together after all.
Okay, Keanu, you are very Keanu here. Well, of course he is. Okay guys, we are going to break this down as well, not only talk about the game. Yes, maybe except Norgo. Hi Logar. So, well yeah, let's break it down. We're going to combine the breaking of the game and talking
Where'd you
about
even come from?
So yeah, we didn't know this initially, but now it's revealed that we're going to play as Keanu Reeves' character, Johnny Silverhand, and he is, like you heard in the trailer, some very famous, I suppose, musician that died years ago, but his soul is digitalized in this very futuristically looking NVMe SSD drive.
Talking. Gotta get out of here, understand?
And somehow V got hold of this and he integrated it within himself, and now he can get out of it, so to speak.
And I'll kill anyone who
He's
gets
stuck
in
with
my
him.
way.
So interesting how such a person can be, I mean, a person to be digitalized is just ridiculous to me. But anyway, that doesn't matter because it's all within the Cyberpunk universe and logic.
You weren't dreaming, V.
I wonder if we will be able to have, you know what, in the game. I'm curious about that. Kind of looks like it's possible. And The Witcher was possible, so
Those were memories.
one thing that I want to say, since we got to this part, all the people look pretty amazing in the game, graphic wise. They do not lip sync very well, although they do have this pretty cool technology that automatically figures out the speech, you know, how the lips should move. And that is how the game is also voiced in several other languages without any other effort. But you cannot also animate the eyes, so they all look to you in a very dead way, although they look amazing. Like this girl here with her clothes and hair just looks amazing.
Anyone who gets in my way.
Keanu looks better in the game than in real life. Yeah.
You weren't training, V. Those were memories. You two are connected in a way I can't make head or tail of.
Who? Me and who?
Yeah, so basically you will have both missions. I mean, we will have both missions. The V mission, I mean, his agendas and what he wants to do, and Johnny's agendas and his missions. So that's gonna be interesting too. Probably a big conflict between the two, and the fact that this guy is crazy and he is in your head.
Silverhand. Johnny Silverhand.
I'm just very, very curious to see if this game is one of those games that just keeps me playing. Like I said before, if you heard me though, there's a it factor to every game, and that it factor is basically the thing where you are compelled to go back to the game and play it to be immersed in the world, and you just want to be there. And in a similar way, right now, I just want to play Assassin's Creed, and then the other way is like, oh my gosh, I have so much to grind that but I still want to get to it. But this is also a mixed feeling with the fact that I do have to grind a lot. So I heard an interview, I mean, I watched a bit of an interview in which some guy had like 16 hours with the game. I'm not sure if that was IGN or some other channel, but he said that the game is very, very slow burn, so it is an RPG, it's not an action game. I would prefer if it's like a mix of both, and the trailers did present it so far as a mix of both, which for me would be ideal, but that's just me, just my preference. Yeah, dear Kaiton. So, yes, Lanier's gonna be pleased by that. Absolutely.
Real talk of the town back in my day.
So, if it's like too much dialogue or slow pacing, because he said that, I mean, actually, the other guy that interviewed him said that he also played the game for less hours, but it took him like 4 hours to just see the logo of the game. So imagine how slow burn that
Died,
is.
like, forever ago.
You need to say there's an actual terrorist.
That could be a good thing or not. It depends on the story. If it's really engaging and it's like a big blockbuster movie that is just super long, or a TV series, and you're just driven to continue like binge watching a show, if it has, you know what I mean? If it has this element to it, like you want to continue it, continuing on, that's going to be very interesting to keep your attention. I'm just a bit worried right now from my perspective, but I do trust CD Projekt Red as well, that the game's going to be very, very engaging, hopefully, even for my taste.
He burned down half the city just to prove he was right.
Yeah, so yeah, he is nuts. He is nuts. Hey, disparaging cheers. Yeah, well, actually, thank you that you're bringing Deus Ex, because that game for me personally was not engaging. Now, I know that you like it, that a lot of people liked it, but for me is not something that is gonna be interesting like at all. I'm starting the game and then I'm just doing a few quests and then I'm completely out of it and super bored. It's just slow, so slow to me, and it just is nothing that I personally enjoy in a game. So not my style, not my style. The first person is fine, although I prefer third person, especially when you want to see your character and all of his cool augmentations. And there's something like a rumor that this game is gonna get the third person mode as well, which if it happens, I'm gonna be more than happy. It is gonna totally change the game for me for the better. And there are some elements in Deus Ex where you actually turn into third person for a moment when you are, in cover. But that game, not the previous, I mean, not the latest and not the previous, ever kept my attention at all.
And burn the other half just for fun.
What do you want from me?
Whoa.
Destroy Arasaka. I don't even know what that means.
Do whatever it takes to stop him, defeat him, gut him.
He already tried to take over your body. You know, just for a little while.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Hear me?
Yeah, that shot right there just makes me think that we are going to be able to have sex in the game.
Do whatever it takes to stop him, defeat him, gut him.
He already tried to take over your body.
Yeah. It's gonna be so awesome to see that you're actually playing with Keanu Reeves if the game has third person.
You know, just for a little while.
Sexy moment.
Hear me, asshole? A bullet to the fucking brain. Get out! Just get the...
Okay, so he probably
Just for a little while.
Hear me,
didn't have
asshole?
any
A
bullets
bullet to the
here.
fucking brain.
And he just threw
Get
the
out!
weapon.
Just get the fuck out!
I mean, the gunplay looks pretty great, honestly, for an action game. And all the augmentations do have to serve their purpose, so I don't imagine that the game's gonna be like so slow that we're not gonna be able to enjoy all of that. Pretty sure that's not gonna be the case. And it seems that they do put an accent on the weapons. I saw the skill tree. You had blades, you had fire weapons, and one more thing, I think. So they are emphasizing the weapon system to a certain extent that makes me think that maybe this is going to be a bit more active game, not so much as a layback RPG, which I do hope so. I really hope so. That's gonna be as active as possible. And yeah, just the best of both worlds to me is, yeah, it's what I want. Oh, okay. Hi to Jeka. I almost understand you, but not quite. Yeah, since I'm not Russian, if you can please write it in English, that will be fine. If you can. Okay.
You don't have much time left.
Oh yeah, forgot to say, since I was so concentrated on this. Tess, hi. The music is really awesome. I really want to get the soundtrack, and not only that, guys, but this is the first game or the first gaming studio that I ever heard. I mean, for the first time, this is something that really surprised me. That CD Projekt Red actually implemented an option inside the game for us to disable the copyrighted tracks, not all. So apparently not all are copyrighted, but for us to disable the copyrighted tracks so when we can stream, to not get the copyright strikes, which is amazing because I was waiting for this for years. And for those of you that watch my most recent GTA 5 streams, we had to completely disable the radio because I got copyright at each and every one of these streams, which was extremely painful to dispute that and to be, returning to get this returning email saying no, it's still valid. I'm like, how it's still valid? The claim is ridiculous. 2020, Anyway, but this is the first game that you'll get this mode, so streamers like me are not gonna have this issue, hopefully. So totally no-brainer to implement this feature, but CD Projekt Red are actually up to date with the times, and they're acknowledging that, you know, people that stream games hello exist that promote those games and all of that. Let's not forget that Among Us, that game that came out in 2018, was made only now famous because of the streamers, and I even streamed it myself a bit, but I just don't have time to get much into it. The point is that it's very important for studios to have this awareness that when they include music in the game, if you have this option to disable it, that's all the better. And if you're playing the game alone, you can enable everything and just not care. But just having this option, just like huge applause, huge applause. CD Projekt Red, this is the most like understanding and up-to-date studio that I ever seen, honestly. And their effort is amazing, so that's why I think that this game's gonna be
You're a
great.
dick, you know.
And you're a cunt.
That's
Maybe we'll
super
stick
awesome.
together
Even if it's
after
not
all.
exactly in my personal taste, because the effort that is put forth is absolutely obvious. And the game is supposed to be, by the way, very good optimized for PC, as I'm hearing. So that is all the better. I can't wait because, as I said before, when you get the game like Assassin's Creed with this old engine, just so old that it's just ridiculously old. Yeah, some things look good, and overall the game looks beautiful, Odyssey too, but it also looks dated in so many ways. The NPCs, and then you put on the game like Death Stranding, which looks next gen right now, although it came out like a year ago, but right now it looks next gen, and I'm blown away when I look at it in 4040p, 1440p on my monitor, which is 2K resolution, and my old ancient video card is able to run it perfectly, 60 FPS, everything maxed out. I think I just removed motion blur because I just don't like motion blur. I always remove that, and VSync and stuff like this, but mostly is absolutely maxed out. There's nothing like in the medium setting as far as I remember. So yeah, it's ridiculous how there could be an engine like the Decima engine, and that looks and runs amazing and still open world game. And there are also engines like what Ubisoft uses for years and years, and it's so heavy, ridiculously heavy. They're just piling up technology on top of it instead of just redoing it. And I'm not sure which is what is that engine here on Cyberpunk. It looks pretty good, especially texture wise, clothing, skin. Yeah, it looks so impressive. Leather looks like leather, metal looks like metal. And yeah, the other thing actually is that that what it's not that perfect, but I understand why it's so. Is how the NPCs move, and joints and hands and arms, as you can see here. Overall, they look a bit like puppets, so that's what I don't like. But
Hear me, asshole.
I mean, it's an
Bullets in my
open world
fucking
game.
brain.
It's
Get
like
out. Just
ever
get
so
the fuck.
slightly is not a big deal at all. It's not. I mean, this is cross-gen basically, but it still looks a lot better than Assassin's Creed or some of the other present open world games in general. So in a lot of ways, I'm sure that's gonna be superior. Yeah. Well, mind blown overall. Although, like I said, it's not my style, but still, I'm mind blown by the effort that is put forth. And I hope that CD Projekt Red can continue growing so we can have this level of quality, and we all support it because they're actually doing the right thing in the right way. And I don't care if the game is delayed or not and how many times they had to do it, because at the end of the day, if you get a buggy mess, it's just ridiculous. And compared to that with what Ubisoft did with Watch Dogs Legion, they delayed the game from March till a few weeks ago when it came out, and it's still an extremely buggy mess. You have to watch Angry Joe's review if you haven't. Rapid fire review mixed with Angry Joe's review, so it does have some sketches. They are absolutely hilarious, and you see how many times the game crashed on them when they streamed it, and you see how many, well, not all the bugs, but there are some really pretty shocking bugs. And the game is repetitive. You're doing the same quest over and over and over again, hacking this camera, that camera, uh, getting an immigrant from some warehouse, and then you do this again, then you do this again, and yeah. So you can see which one is the studio that puts everything in their work and actually appreciates their staff. I mean, the talented people that work there, and the fans that anticipate the game in the same time. And that is right now CD Projekt Red. I cannot think of a company that's more honest so far. So yeah, we'll see, guys. The game is coming out now very soon, so I'm excited. For now, I cannot get it. I just cannot afford it right now, but if I can, I will, and I'm gonna stream it. So, oh, thank you, dear Clayton. Is CD? Yeah. Red Engine 4. It's their own engine. Oh, that's that is if that is the engine, that's great, because also I did play the Witcher. I played the Witcher, the DLCs, and the game looks still a lot better than most games, and that's a very old game. So if they can improve upon that, still gonna be amazing. So that's it for now, guys. I hope that you sleep well, that you have a great weekend. See you very soon. If you'd like to support me, the links are down below. You can become a member of the Imperium or join my OnlyFans, where I do my sexual education, sexual education, relationship and fitness, and of course there's always Patreon and Streamlabs. But sleep well, guys. Love ya, my dear Gary G's golden Astartes. Till next time with me, Gary G Reviews.